Welcome back to Platter Talk, guys. We're back with one more snack recipe. This makes a nice snack, a nice hors d'oeuvre, and it uses zucchini. And there's a certain time every year where we all, I think, have zucchini coming out of our ears. Or you can get zucchini at the grocery store too. But it's like, what am I going to do with one more? If somebody else drops off more zucchini, I'm going to, you know.
What you're going to do, Amy, I hope, is to dice some of it up and put it in the freezer for January or February or March.
When you can't get this.
Right.
Really?
Sure.
I didn't know. So just, you don't have to cook it at all? You just dice it or shred it?
I would put it on a cookie sheet.
Okay.
Toss it in the freezer and then take it out and break it apart, put it in a bag and save it that way.
Great idea.
The thing with zucchini though, and I'm going to just talk as I do this if that's okay, is there's a lot of liquid in it. So what we're doing right now is we need 2 cups of grated zucchini. I've done some in advance here just to have it, but what I like to do is put it on a towel and put a little bit of salt on it.
Okay.
The salt is going to work as double duty. It's going to be our seasoning for the finished product, but it's also going to help draw some of the moisture out of the zucchini itself.
Okay.
And you're going to just walk away for about 15 minutes or so with it, and then you're going to come back, and when you come back to it, and I don't know if this has been sitting long enough, but just fold your towel up, bring it over to the sink.
You can already see that some of it's coming, the moisture's coming out, and that's a good thing.
And then you just squeeze it. And
wow, look at all that liquid in there.
It's amazing, and we would love to find a way to use this liquid for medicinal or dietary purposes.
Dan thinks he can grow hair with it, and I'm saying he can't.
I haven't given up, folks.
But look how much you're getting out of this. I mean, out of 2 cups, you'll probably get about 3/4 a cup of liquid.
Okay.
And you really want to kind of get rid of this. But
really
again, I would do this before you freeze it too.
Okay.
That way you don't have as much moisture.
Good
in
point.
with it.
And then you can throw it in soups and
Absolutely.
all sorts
This
of
would be
things.
good to put into a broth as well, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay, so what you're going to do is once you have that kind of drained out a bit.
And by the way, we should tell people we're making like a zucchini bite. Is that what
Yeah,
they're called?
it's a zucchini tot. You know,
zucchini tot.
It's our
like
answer to tater tots.
Oh, I like it.
I don't know about your kids, but our kids love tater tots.
Who doesn't like tater tots?
Right.
We don't do them very often just because they're not the best for you, even though we bake them. But this is a kind of a nice replacement to that starch, and so you can kind of sneak in that vegetable that the kids usually will push out, away off their plate.
Sure.
And they don't miss it. They don't know what they're actually eating is something that's good for them. So, and these bake in the oven as well as opposed to frying. So again.
Okay. So about 2 cups of grated zucchini that we've salted and really gotten that liquid out of.
Right.
Okay.
And then everything else is fairly easy. Dan, if I can have you, or Amy, if I can have somebody whisk that up for me.
I'll put you to work over there.
I'd love to help.
And I will spray. Now, we're doing these in mini muffin tins.
We are.
We're going to spray these with olive oil.
And our oven's going to be preheated to 400 degrees as well.
Smoking hot oven. We want a nice hot oven. Okay.
So we got our 2 cups of the zucchini in here. I've got a half a cup of an Italian breadcrumb.
Okay.
And I'm going to add that in there.
Egg, should we throw the egg in too?
Throw the egg in, so 2 eggs.
Okay.
I like to whisk them just to incorporate them a little easier.
Okay.
This is a half of a medium diced onion.
Okay.
I use white just because the kids don't mind that flavor.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do is just give it a quick little stir.
And once again, notice the small number of ingredients.
Yeah, I like that.
For this.
All of this
Yeah.
stuff
So
you usually
simple.
have in the house, I'm assuming. And then we also like to add a little bit of cheese. Now the cheese that we're using today is a cheddar cheese. I'm using a mild cheddar. A sharp cheddar would be delicious in this. If you're having, this is for the kids. If you want to make this more adult, what about a Parmesan cheese or Romano or something else to that?
Yeah.
But we have a half a cup or 4 ounces of a cheddar cheese, and that's just grated. And you're going to mix that up.
Amy, I'll hand you this for Scott.
Yep. And is that
This is going to panko very good.
Okay.
Yeah, panko goes on top. Now, if you don't have panko, maybe you take some saltine crackers, or a crouton or something like that.
Sure, for a little crunch on top. Panko or just a Japanese breadcrumb. You can find them anywhere.
Absolutely.
They make a really nice topping to casserole. So just spoon it.
Just spoon it in. The hardest part is actually figuring out how much to put in, if you like them bigger or smaller. But you're going to go ahead and place that in there.
I think these are going to be really fun for
a
game day, cocktail party, nice side dish. If you're doing like meatloaf and you do tater tots with it, do these instead.
What about a baked chicken tender in this?
Yeah.
Then you're really healthy, you know?
You know, that's such a good idea. It's because kids love chicken strips, so it's chicken strips and fries. You're going to do baked chicken strips and then do them with
I'm
these.
here to tell you, our kids came back and back again to the counter.
They love these.
They
went
really,
second
really
and
did.
thirds. I love it. Okay, here they are into the oven for about how long, guys?
It's going to be 15 to 18 minutes at a 400-degree
Closer
oven.
to 18 minutes we found works best.
Oh, and they puff right up and get nice and brown. Guys, we're going to plate them up. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
I love these. Can't wait to serve these. These warm out of the oven, maybe a little ranch for dipping. Ooh, yum. PlatterTalk.com. We'll be back.
Thanks again.
Thanks.
Thank you.